शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति। अच्छा, आज तब तक अटेंशन यहाँ रखो, मिनट मिनट सेकंड सेकंड अपने ऊपर अटेंशन रखना पैदे वाला है। 3 शब्द ज्ञान का विस्तार तो बहुत है, इतना है इतना है इतना है, जितना अमाप है, अनगिनत है।
Gyan, the expansion of Gyans, is so much. It's uncountable and it's unlimited. And nobody can sing the praise or count the value of these imperishable jewels of knowledge. But what is Gyan in its essence? In its essence, it's the one that helps us to create our life as valuable as a diamond and makes us into those who have a part of a hero in the cycle. What is God's part? What is my part? Baba says, don't think about the parts of others. This is what knowledge says. Let go of thinking about others. If you become a detached observer and have a look, there are very few that have let go of this habit of thinking about others. There are very few that consider themselves to be a soul and continue to keep Baba in front. And whilst Baba gives, and whilst the child continues to look at the father continues to look at the child, the father merges the child in his eyes. Let no one else's vision fall on me, because if their vision falls on me, it influences me and pulls me towards them. Let me only remain in Baba's vision. What does Baba's vision do? Baba's vision takes the child beyond. Baba's vision makes the child happy. First it takes the child beyond, and then it makes the child happy, full of happiness. In Baba's vision, there is a lot of mercy and there is a lot of blessings. And this is why Baba continues to teach us with a lot of love. From his heart, he sustains us. He's created the yajna and is looking after us. And he's also maintaining the concern for us that our final moments should be the best. So we have such a Baba who through his mercy has saved us and has given us blessings that have enabled us to move forward. It's on the basis of blessings that we've moved forward. We've received power from those blessings. Now he says, take blessings from everyone. Receive blessings. I have given you the blessings and mercy. You now have to learn to receive those from others. Now, let blessings emerge from the hearts of everyone around you. Then I'll say, yes, my child, you are worthy.
बाप की दुआओं ने काम किया,
Baba's blessings have worked on you,
जो वरदानी बन गए,
that you have become full of blessings.
बाबा के वरदान से वरदानी बन गए.
Through Baba's blessings, we have become full of blessings, and not only just full, but the one that bestows blessings.
अपनी सब इच्छा ममता को खत्म किया.
By receiving blessings, we have done what Baba wanted us to do, and we've finished all desires and attachments. This is the power of Baba's blessing. Baba gave the first blessing, child, whatever thought you create, it will be fulfilled. Whatever thoughts you create for yourself or for service, whatever thoughts you create for any kind of effort for the self or service, acts as a blessing. Baba's talk, Baba gives us mercy and blessings, and there is the deep feeling from this that everything will happen, it is fixed. Baba says, don't give me thanks. You are the children from the kalpa ago, a cycle ago. You've come here to claim your right. You've come here to claim your right to become worthy and equal. Baba doesn't just give a right to anyone like that, but you're becoming, but through your efforts, you're becoming worthy to claim a right over Baba. Who does Baba like? Baba likes the one who makes effort with an honest heart. We can all see how much effort Baba makes for us, but when the child makes that same kind of effort for himself, Baba loves such a child. And so in today's Murli, it's about making effort on yourself. Don't think about anyone. Even if you have the slightest thought about anyone, actually the reality is, by you thinking about anyone, it doesn't make a difference. You don't need to think about anyone. They will do what they have to do anyway.
किसके माँ बाप या कोई अपने दीदी दादी या दादा ने कोई ख्याल किया होगा, पर वो ख्याल अनुसार चले.
So we're all sitting here. We may have a mother, father, grandmother thinking about us, but do you think we will move along according to their thoughts? So in the same way, why bother having thoughts about anyone else? They will do what they have to do. We simply have to constantly maintain good thoughts, pure thoughts, and an attitude of good wishes. Don't worry, don't think too much, but remain one that is full of good wishes. It doesn't matter if somebody receives those good wishes or not, but to remain one that is full of good wishes for others, I should never let go of this. Let me not let go of being like this. If I don't remain one who has good wishes for others, then how will my thoughts become pure? And if my thoughts don't become pure, then what will my condition be? So for yourself, pure thoughts and good wishes. This is what it means to become part of the rosary. The rosary is remembered, and God also says, let you be remembered in the rosary of victory. Baba doesn't say, oh, let me be remembered in this rosary, but Baba puts the children in the front. They pick up the rosary and they chant the name of God, chant the name of Rama. There are 108 beads of the rosary. Do you think any one of those beads have a name? No, they don't have a name. The ones who have finished all trace of being trapped in name and form, they are the ones that will enter the rosary of victory. Like, for example, Dadi. Dadi doesn't remember anyone's name. I asked Dadi this the other day. even Baba, very, very rarely that Baba would have anybody's names on his lips. Let me not remember anyone's name or form. Let me be detached from my own name and form. When I become free from being trapped in name and form, then I become free from the ego, of body consciousness, from feeling insulted in any way. Baba has already told us we have to tolerate defamation and praise. But I have to learn to be beyond that. Out there they hold a rosary in their hand and they remember each bead. They hold each bead, they turn each bead in the remembrance of God. They may not speak out God's name, but in their mind they will chant the name of Ram, Ram. And then when they finish turning the beads, they will... The whole rosary finishes with the double bead, and they remember the one who created the rosary, the mother and the father. Only receive this spiritual knowledge once. You cannot receive it at any other time. Think about this. Let this hit your intellect. You're not going to receive this knowledge at any other time. Not in Satyug, not in Kaliyug. Only at the confluence age. And in that too, only Brahmins receive it. Remember this very firmly. Only when you first become Brahmins can you then become deities. How could you become deities if you haven't become Brahmins? It is only at this confluence age that you make this effort. At no other time will it be said, consider yourself to be a soul, and also consider others to be souls when giving them knowledge. At no other time can this be said. Churn everything that the Father explains to you. I may have said some things to you 10 times, 100 times. Baba has only ever said things to me once. I was one time in Amritsar. I went in the morning when Baba had visited. He used to be with me in Pune, in Bombay, and then in Amritsar he was with me. So one morning I went in front of him and Baba said to me, child, do you churn the ocean of knowledge? Yes, I used to read the Murli, but Baba drew my attention to this. I never sat down and actually churned the knowledge deeply. From that day onwards, I've taken this direction to heart. I'd gone to Baba and stood at the foot of his bed, and Baba just looked at me and given me drishti and said, child, you don't churn the ocean of knowledge? If I wasn't churning, then I'd be like an old woman with a stick in front of you. I wouldn't be able to stay seated upright in front of you. I'd be of no use to anyone. When you churn, then you develop value for yourself. You become useful to others. You churn butter, you create butter, you feed others that butter. It's nourishing. Yes, we like to eat butter, but do I have the practice of churning butter, of creating butter, and then feeding others that butter? I'm continuing to observe who is listening to these things carefully. So churn. Churn. Baba explains, churn everything that the Father explains. Judge for yourself whether it is right or not, whether it is beneficial for you. You will then instill in yourself the habit of giving your brothers the teachings that the Father has given you. These have to be given to females as well as males. After all, After all, they have to be given to souls. It is the soul that has become a male or a female, a brother or a sister. I have.
Male ho chahe female ho. Itni takat hai jo bhan se pare ho jaye.
There should be so much strength that we go beyond the consciousness of male and female.
बाप कहते हैं आत्मा देना तो आत्मा को आत्मा ही मेल फीमेल बनी है.
It is the soul that has become a male or a female, a brother or a sister. The Father says, I give you souls knowledge. I look at you children and see souls. And you souls also understand that the Supreme Soul, who is our Father, is giving us knowledge. Baba is seeing the souls, and the souls understand that it is the Supreme Soul that is giving us knowledge. This is called having spiritual consciousness. This is called the give and take of spiritual knowledge. This is called the give and take of spiritual knowledge of the Supreme Soul with souls. Are you thinking about what Baba is saying? This is the give and take of spiritual knowledge of the Supreme Soul with souls. And the Father teaches you that whenever a visitor comes, you have to consider yourself to be a soul and give the introduction of the Father to that soul. The soul, not the body, has knowledge. Therefore, give knowledge to that one whilst considering them to be a soul. When you do this, they will also enjoy it. There will be power in your words. Because you become so conscious, your sword of knowledge will be filled with power. Therefore, practice this and see for yourself. Baba says, judge for yourself whether this too is right. Whatever Baba is explaining, is it right? This isn't anything new for you children, because the Father explains everything very easily. This is easy for the children to do, because Baba explains everything so easily. Children, you've been around the cycle and the play is now coming to an end. You have to stay in remembrance of Baba. You've been around the cycle and the play is now coming to an end. Okay? You are becoming Satopradhan from Tamopradhan to become the masters of the Satopradhan world. Then you'll come down the ladder again in the same way. Look how sweetly and easily Baba explains. He makes everything so easy. Look how he explains in such a simple way. I have to come every 5,000 years, he says. I am bound by the drama plan. I come and teach you children this very easy pilgrimage of remembrance. By having remembrance of the Father, your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. This refers to this time. This is a final period of time. It is at this time that the Father sits here and shows you the way. He says, constantly remember me alone, and you will receive salvation. Children understand what they are to become by studying. Here too, you understand that you will go and become deities in the new world. Just as when children go to school, they have the intoxication of what they're going to become. This isn't anything new. This is what Baba says again and again. The Father repeatedly says nothing new. Anything happens, nothing new.
ये तो सीढ़ी उतरनी चढ़नी है.
You have to go up and
जिन्न की
come down the
कहानी है ना,
ladder.
अभी दूसरी मैंने सुनो. जिन्न की कहानी है ना.
No. There is the story
भाई
of the
उसने कहा
genie.
काम दो.
He was given the work
तो
of going up and down a
काम
ladder.
दो उसको काम.
He had asked, give me some
तो
work.
खा जाऊंगा नहीं तो.
Now what work are you going to give to a genie? He goes, look, I'll swallow you up if you don't give me any work. And what work was he given? That of going up and down a ladder.
काम दिया है.
This
ये
play
नाटकी है चढ़ना और
is about going up and coming down.
याद की यात्रा से ही बहुत मजबूत हो जाएंगे.
Through the pilgrimage of remembrance, you will become strong, very strong. Therefore, the Father sits here and teaches you children different ways to become soul-conscious. Everyone now has to return home. You souls have become impure tamopradhan whilst taking 84 births. It is the people of Bharat. Do you feel that you're receiving strength as you listen to the Murli? Do you feel like you're getting nourishing, tasty food? Do you feel this? Are you getting translation? Are you getting this feeling through the translation? Is your laziness disappearing?
आत्मा तमो प्रधान बन गए हो. पूरी 84 जन्म लेकर के तमो प्रधान क्यों बने हो? 84 जन्म लेकर के तमो प्रधान बन गए हो.
Why have you become Tamo Pradhan? You've become Tamo Pradhan whilst taking the full 84 births. It is the people of Bharat who go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo. None of the other nationalities can be said to have taken the full 84 births. The Father has come and told you that everyone has his own part in the play. Be peaceful and observe this. Every soul has their own part in the play. Souls are so tiny. Scientists can never understand. Scientists can never understand how an imperishable part is recorded within a tiny soul. Such a tiny soul has such a big part filled in it. This is the most wonderful aspect. A soul is so tiny, but just see the part he plays. And that too is imperishable. This drama too is imperishable and also predestined. It isn't that anyone should ask when it was created. No, this is nature. This knowledge is very wonderful. No one else can ever give this knowledge.
कोई की ताकत नहीं है जो ये ज्ञान बतावे.
No one else has the power to give this knowledge. Therefore, the Father explains to you children every day, now practice. I am giving this knowledge to my brother's soul in order to make him similar to myself. I am giving this knowledge to my brother's soul in order to make him similar to myself. He too has to claim his inheritance from the Father, because all souls have a right. Baba comes to give all souls their inheritance of peace and happiness. When we are in our kingdom, all the other souls will be in the land of peace. Then there will be cries of victory. Then there will be cries of victory. When we are here, there will only be happiness. This is why the Father says, become pure. The greater your purity, the greater the attraction. You're pulled by the Father. The purer you become, the greater the attraction to Baba. When you become completely pure, you will be seated on the throne. So practice this. Don't think that you've heard it and you just let it out of the other ear.
क्या बोली है देखो.
What a wonderful Murli.
ऐसे नहीं एक कान से सुनना.
It's not that you listen through one ear and out it comes through the other. You cannot continue without practicing.
अपन को आत्मा समझ.
Considering yourself to be a soul while sitting and explaining to the other person, your brother soul. The spiritual father explains to you spiritual children. This is called spiritual knowledge. The spiritual father is the one who gives this. When you children become completely spiritual and pure, when you children become completely spiritual and pure, you will become the masters of the golden age throne. Those who don't become pure will not become part of the rosary. Not allowed. There must be some significance in the rosary. No one else knows the secret of the rosary. Why do people turn the beads of a rosary? Because you helped the Father a great deal. Because you helped the Father a great deal, so why wouldn't you be remembered? Baba said to us, in our efforts, when the child maintains courage, the Father helps. And when does the child come into the rosary? Because the child has helped the Father a great deal. So why wouldn't you be remembered? You are remembered and you are also worshipped. Even your bodies are worshipped. However, regarding myself, it is just the soul that is worshipped. Look, you are worshipped in two ways, even more than me. Since you become deities, you are worshipped as deities later on. This is why you are ahead of me in being worshipped. You are ahead in having your memorial, and you're also ahead in receiving your kingdom. You're ahead in having your memorial, you're ahead of me in being worshipped, and you're also ahead in receiving your kingdom. What do you think? Look how elevated I make you. There is a lot of love for lovely children. Those children are seated on the shoulder or the head. Baba places you children on top of the head. So Baba places you children on top of the head. Acha. This is why they've shown the Ganga flowing out from the forehead of the lucky chariot. Meete, meete. Say, speak out loud. Sikhilete bachcho prati, mat pita, baap dada ka, yaad pyar, good morning. Ruhani baap ki, ruhani bachcho ko, namaste. रूहानी बच्चों की रूहानी बाप को नमस्ते. Essence for dharana. 1. In order to become praiseworthy and worthy of being remembered, become spiritual. Make yourself, the soul, pure. Make the effort to become soul conscious. 2. By practicing man-mana bhav, stay in infinite happiness. Consider yourself to be a soul and talk to souls. Make your eyes civil. Blessing.
संतुष्टता के विशेषता द्वारा सेवा में सफलता मूर्त बनने वाले.
May you be a jewel of contentment and with the speciality of contentment become an embodiment of success in service. May you be a jewel of contentment, and with the speciality of contentment become an embodiment of success in service. The special virtue for service is contentment. If something is called service and you yourself or others are disturbed by it, then it's better not to do that service. When there isn't contentment within the self or with others, then that service will not enable you yourself to attain any fruit, nor will it give fruit to others. Therefore, first of all, go into solitude, and then through self-transformation, claim the blessing of being a jewel of contentment. And then engage yourself in service. Only then will you become an embodiment of success. Slogan. Do not waste your time breaking the rock of obstacles. What are obstacles? They're rocks. So don't waste your time breaking the rock of obstacles, but take a high jump instead and overcome it. Such a lovely method Baba showed us. Don't think about how will the obstacle go, how will the obstacle go. Just take a high jump and overcome it. Om Shanti.